This is full confirmation that the Zoological Republic of Nigeria government have given every security out there go ahead or full implementation of massacring the Biafrans, which is the Igbos, in their own ancestral lands. Why do I say so? Appeal Court upholds IPOB's prescription as terrorist group. Appeal Court of Zoo upholds the judgment of High Court to label Biafrans as a terrorist organization. But it takes Buhari over going to his last 8 years to prescribe Fulani headers as terrorists. In the whole world, not even in African Union or ECOWAS, they never see IPOB organization as a terrorist organization. Only in a country that is called Zoo, you will see such a thing. So what does this mean? It means that the Biafrans need to tighten their seatbelt. And the reason why they continue with this judgment is to demoralize the mindset of the Biafrans, of the followers of Biafrans, followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, followers of Simon Ekpa, every real Biafran out there, Biafran agitator out there. This is just to demoralize your spirit, to make you to lack confidence. Oh, tomorrow they will pick me up as a terrorist organization. My dear, if you cross the shores of Nigeria, even common Benin here sees you as a saint. So it does not matter what the zoo think about you. What matters is what the world out there thinks about you. The world out there see you as a Biafran, as an innovator, as an entrepreneur, as a business-oriented person, and as somebody who developed outside your own territorial, who never think of going back home, oh, let me carry this money back home and go and develop it. Why am I developing another people's land? That is how the world see you. So my advice to you all, my fellow Biafrans, the real ones who still maintain this momentum to follow up with the Biafran struggle, do not give up hope. Don't mind whatever the zoo is thinking. Don't mind whatever they are saying. If IPOB is a terrorist organization, then let the international community prescribe it. Don't forget that the number 3rd worst terrorist group in the whole world, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, the number 3rd there is Fulani herdsmen. It shock you, Abi? It don't need to shock you. The same people they prescribed as a terrorist organization before the international community, before the United Nations, are still busy going to rear their cows with AK-47, destroying people's lands. When you prevent them from entering your farm to destroy your crops, they will use their AK-47 and waste you, and the government will not do anything. Look at what happened in Osun. And still the government, they said they have made reports so many times to the state government and the security personnel in Osun State, but they are not doing anything about it, simply because they are complicit. Even if care is not taking, the police in that very particular state are the ones who are supplying these Fulani headers with AK-47 they are using to kill their own people. So do not be demoralized. Keep on the hope. Not what the zoo think about you. After all, what we are dealing with is a zoo, it's not a country. So let us just encourage ourselves and to know that the countries out there sees you as a potential business partner to them, not as a threat. Do you know that a Biafran man can enter US now? A US government will see you and shake hands with you, but Tinubu dare not go and shake hands with them. They will see him as a terrorist. They will see him as a drug dealer. They will see him, all manner of crimes have been labeled to this one person, a double agent whose identity cannot be verified, whether as a Nigerian or as a Guinea Conakry, because they have 2 passports. And they defended it. His 2,500 files at the FBI in US. A current CIA agent in the US government. So what are we saying? So Biafrans, you are more valued globally than whoever that come from that contraction called Nigeria or that zoo called Nigeria. Let us proceed. Nigeria is a secular nation. Sharia law is alien to our culture and religious beliefs in Yoruba land. Gani Adams warns. You can only rant, you cannot do anything. EFCC rests home of ex-NHIS boss Usman Yusuf, whisk him to unknown location. Federal government reunites 5,000 repentant Boko Haram terrorists with the families. Please make una hear this word again. I think this one is supposed to be my second news after that appeal court heading. Federal government to unite 5,000 repentant Boko Haram terrorists with families. But they are busy upholding the judgment of High Court to prescribe Biafra as a terrorist group that can never come out. No family will come out and tell you that IPOB have wiped out entire community. The IPOB have wiped out entire local government. That IPOB have destroyed lives. That IPOB have buried people with their head cut off. That is the work of these 5,000 repentant Boko Haram. That they are now reunited with their families. They say 5,000 repentant Boko Haram terrorists too. Igbos who are still shouting one Nigeria. Anyway, let me withhold my statement. Yule Doche Don's Pastor Colin becomes hardcore traditionalist. Hey, I never see anything. This one is just the beginning. My brother, just the waka pass. Me, I not talk anything. Christians, over to you. Make gonna argue with your tablet. My people, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. But in this regard, IPOB is not a terrorist organization. The international community knows about it. United Nations knows about it. If IPOB is a terrorist organization, they wouldn't have come and put mouth on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, giving Buhari 6 months to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They call them United Nations on Human Rights Kiniko. After they give that warning 6 months, before that 6 months, they hit them with almost whether not 2 trillion, 2 shipload of crude oil, and they shut up. We know Nigeria go to borrow to bribe. The only country that will go to borrow money from IMF just to bribe them to shut up and close their eye for what is happening in Nigeria. You think we don't know? We are aware of all these things. So please, make sure that this video goes viral. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has upheld the 2018 ruling by the Federal High Court, which prescribed the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and classified it as a terrorist organization. Delivering judgment on Tuesday, the 3-member appellate court panel unanimously ruled that the federal government acted within the law in banning the group, citing its activities as a threat to nation security and stability. Justice Hamabaka, who delivered the lead judgment, dismissed IPOB's appeal, ruling that all issues raised by the group lacked merit. The ruling dismissed all grounds of appeal raised by IPOB, deeming them unmeritorious. The initial prescription order was issued on September 15 of 2017 by the late Justice Abdul Kafarati of the Fulani High Court, following an ex parte motion filed by the then Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. The judge declared all IPOB activities illegal, particularly in the southeast and south-south regions, and prohibited any individual or group from participating in them. Additionally, the court directed the AGF to ensure the order was published in an official gazette and 2 national newspapers. A subsequent ruling on January 22, 2018 dismissed IPOB attempt to challenge the prescription, stating that the government had followed due process. Dissatisfied with the verdict, IPOB appealed the ruling through its legal team led by senior advocate of Nigeria, Chukwuma Machuku Ume. The group argued that the then AGF misrepresented the fact in his affidavit, claiming the prescription effectively labeled over 30 million Igbos as terrorists. However, the appellate court dismissed the appeal, affirming the legality of the prescription. Federal government reunites with the 5,000 repentant Boko Haram terrorists with their families. The National Counter-Terrorism Center, under the office of the National Security Advisor, report that over 5,000 former Boko Haram fighters have successfully been reunited with their families. According to the center, none of these ex-combatants have returned to the battlefield following a 6-month de-radicalization program. The world are watching. Ambassador Mairo Musa Abbas, who leads the Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism initiative, announced this during the second day of the Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum. Speaking at the third panel discussion titled Managing Boko Haram Exits and Demobilization of Armed Groups, She emphasized that a coordinated strategy would assist the governors of the Lake Chad region in tackling their shared challenges. She highlighted that the radicalization, rehabilitation, and reintegration initiative for former Boko Haram fighters referred to as Operation Safe Corridor has successfully reintegrated more than 5,000 repentant individuals into the society. The society they are talking about is into the military and police, and where are they sending them to? To the southeast to continue killing. Under Operation Safe Corridor program, we have de-radicalized over 5,000 ex-combatants of Boko Haram and united them with their families. They are using the skills they have acquired in the 6 months of the radicalization program in the camp to sustain themselves within the communities. Our collaborators from the National Orientation Agency are within 774 local governments in Nigeria and traditional and religious leaders within the community. They have a monitoring mechanism where are able to monitor this mechanism and see their progress after the integration with the community, she said. She added that the Borno model, a state-led strategy aimed at reintegrating individuals who left extremist groups like Boko Haram, had complemented the federal government effort to promote peace in the country. We always said Borno model is a model of necessity, but we have recorded a lot of success with the model because many repentant fighters have been united with families, she added. However, she called on the governors in the Lake Chad region and stakeholders to harmonize their strategies to ensure that they work at the same level. Nigeria is a secular nation. Sharia law is alien to our nature, or rather culture, and religious beliefs in Yoruba land. Gani Adams warns. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Chief Gani Adams, has warned those promoting the introduction of Sharia in the southwest not to set the region on fire with their actions. Gani Adams warned that Sharia is alien to Yoruba culture and religious beliefs. According to him, those promoting the introduction of Sharia in the southwest are religious fanatics only masquerading as Muslims. Speaking further, at the 2025 Odua Festival held at Enowa Square, Ile-Ife, Osun State, on Wednesday, Adams submitted that Nigeria is a secular nation and should not be compared to the likes of Saudi Arabia. He stressed that while Saudi Arabia is an Islamic kingdom where Sharia aligns with the religious teachings and is widely accepted, Nigeria remains a nation where the constitution guarantees freedom of religion of any kind. The Yoruba Generalissimo said the Saudis are happy with Sharia because it aligns with their belief and culture, but the same cannot be said on Nigeria as a nation. However, Nigeria is a secular nation where the constitution allows every citizen to practice whatever religion they believe in freely without any intimidation. Sharia law is alien to our culture and religious beliefs in Yoruba land. Therefore, those religious fanatics masquerading as Muslims should stay away from acts that could set a Yoruba land in fire, he submitted. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò also called on the federal government and state governments to urgently address the security challenges in the southwest and express the readiness of the Odua People's Congress to partner with other security groups in curbing the scourge in Yoruba land. EFCC whisked, or rather raised the homes of ex-NHIS boss Usman Yusuf and whisked him to unknown destination. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC have arrested a former executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Schemes, Professor Usman Yusuf, after raiding his Abuja home. Nigeria News learned that the anti-graft agency arrested the professor of hematology, oncology, and bone marrow transplantation in his house in the presence of his wife and children at about 4:46 p.m. on Wednesday over an unknown offense. Imagine the time. These people are operating like criminals. Lawless country. Source who confirmed the incident to Daily Trust on Wednesday night said Yusuf was driving to an unknown location after he was picked up by EFCC operatives. Also, a highly placed source within the EFCC said details of Yusuf's arrest cannot be made public, but might be connected with his activities when he held sway at NHIS. The source said the reason for his arrest can't be made public now because investigations are still ongoing. What I know is that he is in custody and he will help the detectives in their investigations. At the time of filing this report, the spokesman of the EFCC, Dele Oyewale, is yet to issue any statement on the arrest. Yusuf was relieved of his appointment in 2019 by former President Muhammadu Buhari 7 months after he was commended for dismissal by a fact-finding panel set up by the Federal Ministry of Health over alleged mismanagement of 919 million naira. Last but not the least, Yul Edochie dumps Pastor Colin becomes hardcore traditionalist. Controversial Hollywood actor Yul Edochie has claimed that Africans are running away from their traditional religion because of fear of what people will say. Nigerian News report that the filmmaker in a post via his Instagram page on Wednesday described the trend of abandoning traditional religion as an abomination. Qualifying traditional religion is as powerful, Yul pledged in support and loyalty to the belief, vowing that he will never abandon the ways of his forefathers. He claimed that African religion is built on truth, transparency, and fairness. The thespian declared himself a hardcore traditionalist and also held himself with Igbo traditional names. Sharing a picture of himself in Igbo white attire, he wrote, "Because of fear of what people will say, Africans are running away from their powerful African religion. Their originality is an abomination. I will never abandon the ways of my forefathers. It is built on truth, transparency, and fairness. I am a hardcore traditionalist. Isi mmiri ji ọfọ Ezedike 1. Alụsị na-eje ụka. Ọkala mmadụ ọkala mmụọ, the king of warriors. Recall that you declared in 2024 that God had called him to pastor an online church. Meanwhile, you has raised concerns over many premature deaths in recent times." Nigerian News report that Yul, in a post via Instagram on Thursday, claimed that people's negligence and choice led to the death of youths in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. The movie star attributed the deaths to the abandonment of traditional ways and embracing foreign worship. He stated that the spirits protecting many people are powerful and had departed angrily because they were relegated. Edochie urged everyone to return to their pure and powerful traditions if they really want to live long. So my good people, now here we go take a break. More of this is coming your way. Just make sure you share, like, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Kemesiano, Ndoma Jemba.